Let me ask you something. Are you planning to buy a car in the next 12 months? If you're rushing to a dealership right now, you might be walking into one of the biggest financial train wrecks since 2008. And I know you need a car. Yeah, no, you're basically trying to catch a falling knife while riding a unicycle. Americans currently owe $1.6 trillion in auto loan debt, more than student loans. Delinquency rates are hitting 2008 levels. 3 million cars could be repossessed this year, and inventory is piling up on dealer lots. And today, I'm breaking down 5 warning signs that the car market is about to implode. So stick around, because this could save you tens of thousands of dollars. Reason number 1, the pandemic markup hangover with comment engagement. The I paid what? Disaster. And if you bought a car between 2021 and 2023, there's a good chance you overpaid, like way overpaid. In January 2022, 82% of American car buyers paid over MSRP. Some people paid 10% to 50% markups. There was a Ford Bronco on Reddit selling for $83,000, a $45,000 markup on a $38,000 vehicle. And get this, used cars were selling for more than new cars. The market literally went upside down. This happened because of pandemic production cuts, chip shortages, stimulus checks, and banks loosening lending standards like it was 2007. We all remember how that ended. My friend Mateo bought a Tesla Model Y in 2022 for $72,000. Then Elon dropped the price by $30,000 a year later. Mateo's Tesla was suddenly worth $38,000 while he still owed $52,000 on it. He was negative $14,000 in equity. And fast forward to now, he can't trade it in without writing a massive check. He's stuck making payments on a car worth less than half what he paid. So drop a comment below. Did you buy a car during the pandemic markup madness? I didn't buy one because my bankruptcy experience made me allergic to bad deals. But I watched so many people get wrecked. And let me know in the comments. If you're underwater, don't rush to trade in or sell. You just dig deeper, hold on, and make the payments, and wait for positive equity. Reason number 2, the underwater loan epidemic. When your car is an anchor, not an asset. And here's the brutal reality. Nearly 1 in 4 vehicle trade-ins has negative equity of $10,000 or more. The average upside down loan amount hit an all-time high of $6,838. And that translates to millions bought overpriced cars in 2021 through 2023. Now, those cars have depreciated faster than expected. And when they try to trade in, they owe way more than the car is worth. And get this, nearly half of all auto loan applicants have been denied in the past 12 months. Banks are finally realizing they shouldn't approve $50,000 loans to people who can barely afford rent. Plus, auto loan delinquencies are at Great Recession levels. Over 3 million cars could be repossessed in 2025, a level we haven't seen since 2009. My buddy Will bought a $45,000 truck in 2022, financed most of it, and then 2 years later, he tried to trade it in. The dealer offered $28,000. He still owed $38,000. That's negative $10,000 equity. They offered to roll that into a new loan, financing even more money on top of an already expensive car. Will called it a financial hostage situation, and he was right. The wealthy understand this. A car is not an asset. It's a depreciating expense. And if you're underwater on it, you're in quicksand. And how do you fix it? Well, keep the car and make payments until you're at positive equity or paid off. Not sexy advice, but there's no magic trick. Don't make it worse by rolling negative equity into a new loan. Reason number 3, the financing death spiral. How interest rates and insurance are eating you alive. Let's talk about what's making car ownership even more painful. The financing environment. Pre-pandemic, auto loans were 1 to 3% interest. Now, 6.73% for new cars, 11.87% for used. That's 4 times higher. Plus, car insurance is up 50% in 3 to 4 years. My insurance went up 50%. No accidents, no tickets, just because. Let me show you what this means. Compare buying a $31,000 Honda Accord in 2021 versus 2025. Same car, same price. 2021, 2.5% interest, $150 a month for insurance, which equals $611 a month total, which equals $36,660 over 5 years. 2025, 6.3% interest, $225 a month for insurance, which equals $731 a month total, which that is $43,860 over 5 years. You're paying an extra $7,200 just from higher interest and insurance. That's 23% of the car's price added on the top. Now here's the stat that should terrify you. Average new car payment is $749 a month, but 1 in 5 buyers are committing to over $1,000 per month. That's more than most people's rent. That's a mortgage payment. And my buddy Alan, 80 years old, 9-figure net worth, told me poor people borrow at high rates to buy depreciating assets. Rich people borrow at low rates to buy appreciating assets. The difference compounds over a lifetime. And if you're financing at 11% interest to buy something losing value, you're getting crushed from both sides. And how do we fix it? If you haven't bought yet, wait for rates to drop if possible. And if you have a high interest loan, refinance with your credit union and shop around for insurance. Some people save $1,000 per year just by switching. Reason number 4, the inventory avalanche. Dealers are drowning in unsold cars. Remember 2022 when there was no inventory? Dealers had 18 days of supply and some popular models had under 10 days? Plot twist, inventory is now up 120% since 2023. 3 million unsold cars sitting on dealer lots. Many manufacturers have over 90 days of supply, 5 times more than peak shortage. That means dealers are desperate. They're offering 7.7% incentives on average, but inventory keeps piling up because consumers are tapped out, underwater on loans, and nobody wants $700 to $1,000 monthly payments. And here's the panic signal. Major manufacturers are laying off thousands. Nissan's profits fell 90%. They cut 9,000 jobs. The CEO took a 50% pay cut. They tried merging with Honda just to survive. Talks collapsed. Ford, Stellantis, Volkswagen, all laying off workers. And when major players with decades of history can't survive independently, that's not a Nissan problem. That's an industry problem. And this reminds me of 2008 when companies failed one by one and everyone said it's isolated until it wasn't. And what's the fix? For smart buyers with cash or pre-approved financing, this is good news. High inventory and desperate dealers equals leverage. You can negotiate, walk away, shop around. Patient buyers get deals when they're not desperate. All right, on to reason number 5, the tariff panic, the mindset trap. When fear becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The last one is the meta reason. It's not just numbers, it's psychology. Trump announced 25% tariffs on imported vehicles and auto parts, affecting up to 45% of U.S. vehicles. The Trade Commission says this would reduce imports by 74% and increase prices by 5%. But here's the psychological trick. Even if prices only go up 5%, consumers think they're going up 25%, and automakers will use that as an excuse to jack prices higher. Ferrari already raised prices 10%, and everyone else will follow. It's that person who hears tariffs are coming and rushes to buy now, even though they can't afford it. And 6 months later, they're underwater on a loan they shouldn't have taken, locked into 7 years of payments. Or it's that person who panics and trades in now, rolling $10,000 of negative equity into a new loan. And you just made your hole deeper. The thing you should track isn't what prices might do. It's whether you can actually afford the car using real math, not panic math or FOMO math. As someone who went through bankruptcy, financial decisions made in panic are almost always bad decisions. And the middle class mindset says, buy now before prices go up. The wealth building mindset says, wait for the correction and buy from strength. Don't let tariff fear push you into bad decisions. If you can afford it using the 25% rule, which is car price less than or equal to 25% of gross income, and 10% rule, total transportation less or equal to 10% of monthly income, then buy. If not, wait. There will always be another car. All right, what's the right move? Simple answer. If you can wait 6 to 12 months, wait. Let the market correct. But if you can't wait, this is your action plan. If underwater, keep your car, pay it down. Don't roll negative equity into new loans. Run the numbers. Max car price equal to 25% of annual income. Max monthly cost equal to 10% of monthly income. Get pre-approved. Bank or credit union first, not the dealer. Buy to 3 to 5 year old used. Let someone else eat depreciation. Avoid tariffs. And calculate total ownership. Insurance, maintenance, fuel. Use Edmunds or AAA calculator. Be willing to walk. High inventory equals buyer's market. Dealers are desperate, and your money should build your future, not lock you in a depreciating asset you can't afford. And look, I get it. You need a car. Maybe your current one is dying. It feels urgent, but I need it now doesn't make you wealthy. I waited for the right deal makes you wealthy. Just do the math. Use the affordability rules. Get pre-approved. Target used cars and be willing to wait if the numbers don't work. Future you will send flowers. And check out this other video on cars. It should really help as well. But go run those numbers. Peace be with you, and may your cars depreciate slower than your debt disappears.